Alright, apparently I was muted this whole time. So I have audio working now. Thanks Alec for telling me that. But right now I opened up the vehicle. Let's see if I could get it to render. This is actually an old file. This is not the newest one. Sorry everyone that couldn't hear me at the beginning. Okay, so now just realized this is an old file. I do not know where the new one is. Actually, it's right here. Spinner 53. Please be the new one. I really gotta start saving my files in a place I know they're gonna be. Okay, it's still opening. Oh! I hope this doesn't lag out my computer. I hope the stream's still going great though. Yeah, that outliner's a mess. Alright, okay, here's the correct one. Everything looks way different in this viewport. I guess the real money shot right now is the bottom. I haven't really worked out the shapes on the top. Let's see here. Let's see if we get a better gamma corrected metal here. Showing up a little bright on my end, just to help me out. I'm gonna lower this color. Wow, it is really laggy. It's probably because I have AO on. But overall, I have a lot of the details that I wanted to work out. There, like the overall shape is there, like the silhouette. I did add like a tail, this like little tail here, just to make it look more like an actual race car. It's kind of looking a little dumb from the back. I don't know what I could do about that because I don't want to change this shape because the spinner, in the reference, the spinner is like really small from the back. Let me see my reference right. I have so much. Like right here, they kind of shrink from the back in almost every model. This one too. This almost like Lamborghini-ish, fucking spinner. This one too, a little shrink from the back. But that's besides the point. So I want to stop working on the actual car for now and start getting more of the environment and the shots I want to work out. So I'm gonna go real quick and launch an Unreal project and try to pick off a human scale reference from the Unreal Engine, just like the gray mesh dude. Why is it asking me to sign in? What the fuck? Sign in later. Alright. I'm just gonna launch Unreal Engine 3. Oh no, Unreal Engine 4 2.24.3. Access denied. You do not have ownership of Unreal Engine. You must play the game without purchase. I guess I'm signing in. Alright. Alright, hope it works now. Yeah, we're golden now. Allow access. I haven't used my computer in so long, so everything is like broken or keeps asking me for access. I hope the resolution's working out for everyone here. It's just taking a little while to open up. I'm just gonna keep this on the screen just so it looks more impressive than it actually is. Oh, I don't have the same settings I have on my work computer. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it like that. Who cares? The most impressive thing right now I have on the screen. The only thing I have to show for this entire project I've been working on for a couple months now. Alright, Unreal Engine. Create film, television. Choose template examples and display. Scouting, virtual production, architecture, engineer. No thanks. Alright, I'm just gonna open up just a blank project. Blah blah blah. This doesn't matter. I'm gonna delete anyways. I'm not setting up the actual Unreal project yet for this project. Everything's just visual development. Starting off. Yeah, my computer's slow. We'll get there. Okay, cool, it's open. Alright, we have the chairs. The chairs are here. Okay, I'm gonna export. Starter content. Blueprints. Looks like this doesn't have the dude in here. Guess I have to import his ass. Third person? Yeah. Blueprints. Let's open him up. Grab his mesh. Export it. I'm gonna send it to the desktop. It's the cleanest place I have. And for the export, none of this. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. No, nope. Cool. It's out. Now let's get that in here. Turn on the grid. Drag and drop the dude in here. Oh gosh, where is he? Well then. Oh, it's because I already have two dudes in here that are called that. Let me get rid of these dudes. Let me get rid of these guys. Oh, wrong group. Man, they're really stuck in there, aren't they? I want you gone, and I want you gone. I should probably open the door up. There's something really inside though. Kinda looks like shit right now. It'll get there, it'll get there. Okay, drag and drop now. Importing. There you go. He still comes rigged up. Why is that? Okay, now he's sideways. Unlock all these channels. Unlock, unlock, unlock. Unlock selected. Take the group he was in. Bring him out. Grid align. Make that grid a lot bigger. Just oops, -90. Sweet. Snap him to the ground. Now we have a good scale that we need for the going on with the rest of this thing. Alright, now the first thing I'm going to do is turn off the AO because that's lagging my whole system up. And then I'm going to pull back the pureref file and bring this on in here. Now for the environment, I want to go for, this is a really hard one. I want to go for a type of warehouse, but at the same time, let's see, a type of warehouse, old warehouse. That looks sci-fi, but not, that looks cyberpunk, but not too neon colored, too shiny, too clean. Something that's, it's so hard to explain. I wish I could draw it or find like the perfect image that describes what I want. Let's see here. So we got, these are two abandoned. It's not necessarily abandoned. This is, oh, this is actually pretty good. Let me add that in there. It's a little small. That's fine. I don't want to go to Pinterest because I get some weird images on there sometimes. These are all abandoned. Maybe if I search up car warehouse. Car warehouse. Nope. Kinda what I want. Let's see here. They're just so bright. I had the perfect image at one time. Something about these spaces in the film, which I'm referencing a lot off of the film, has the really good cinematography. I really want to hit that mood that's in this film by this great director, which his name I cannot pronounce because I'm really bad with names. But just the way he lights things, his materials, the mood. I'm gonna keep bringing that up. The mood, even simple scenes like this where just everything's textured the exact same way. The way the light plays off of like the shelves, it just gives it a kind of feeling, which is why a lot of people award this film for best cinematography, and I think it's well deserved. Let's see here. We got the reference for that, but I don't think I have enough information for the warehouse. Warehouse. White warehouse. In the end, I don't necessarily want it to be white. It's gonna be more of a gray, but I guess that'll come with the color correcting. Drag that on there. Why is it so tiny? It's really tiny. Oh, this is perfect. This is what I'm looking for right here. Drag that in there. That. See, we got that. We got. Let's see here. TV. Oh, this looks cool. This could be cool for some above the ground details that we're gonna need to fill up the space to make it feel more believable. This is cool too. I don't know what these are. They just look interesting. Cool shapes. These people got married in a church? Ew. This is good too. Like that more grungy, kind of garage, midnight club kind of feeling. Looks like a place where people would car meet, like have cool car gatherings. Let's see here. Alright. Okay, looks like I'm not getting any more actual warehouse reference, but what I got so far, I really like this one right here. Hope you guys can see everything on my screen. I'm using a 4K right now, and things can sometimes look a little tiny. I'm gonna try to zoom in as much as I can on things. White warehouse. Maybe if I do the easy thing and type in gray warehouse. Nope. I just need a few more images for a warehouse. Maybe future? No, we have robots. Let me just get rid of maybe empty warehouse. Okay, this works way better. Some of these don't have enough pillars supporting the ceiling, and I really want those pillars for what I'll explain later in the yeah. Oh, that's good. So yeah, the quality's working. I got a bunch of new emotes. I don't know what some of these do. I'm gonna use this one. That's the popular one right there. Alright. Okay, so back to what I was saying. I want pillars in the center of the scene, in holding up the ceiling, mostly because in a shot that I want when the car actually turns on and it starts driving down the hall, I wanted to kind of maneuver around these pillars kind of drifting almost. I think that will look like a cool shot. So I need some good detail on the pillars because I'm gonna have to model them out. These are some good ones. I like the way those connect at the end. Too old. I remember seeing somewhere some motion graphics company did a thing where they had like neon lights in a warehouse. Neon lights warehouse. Oh, okay. Here we go. Oh, this looks sweet. That's gonna work. I'm gonna put that in the mood section. That one's good. Let me zoom in on that board so you guys could see it. Everyone could see it. Let's see. I don't want it to be like too neon. The main light sources I think I'm gonna have in that's actually lighting up the warehouse. Look at Google. I know Doom 2016 lights. I hope they show them. There's these really cool like tube lights that are in the map. I wish I could find an image. Let me see. Neon. I don't think they're neon. Neon. I'm not gonna bother. I can't find it, but so we have I guess a good shot of that lighting, but I wanted to see more of a. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's perfect. Look at that. I want a high res of that. I guess this is gonna have to do then. Oh, it's not letting me copy it. Oh, there you go. I got it. Stolen. Okay, let's keep on our journey. Does this work? Nah, I don't think that works. I wish you would recommend me more images like that. I like the way these big beams are structured, so I'll put that in the reference. Jar. This is pretty cool. If I was doing an outside shot, then this would be really good, really cool. But it's a little too cyberpunk. Not grounded enough. A little too bright. I feel like there's too much neon there. Neon's a rare resource right now that I don't believe it's going to be really quite available in the future unless you have a lot of money. So I'm trying to build up some foundation of like, you kind of read what this world is going to be like. I mean, I'm not doing necessarily any real world building. I feel like I'm doing a continuation on the films, like a little yeah, it is a fan project, but I feel like I kind of want to do a little story off of that, off of all the world building we had in the first and second Bladerunner. I feel like there's so much more in the film that could be explored that wasn't, so this is what I'm experimenting with. I feel like I don't have enough reference for this warehouse. A lot of these are renders. I don't want to use something that's already been pre-rendered. I want to get. Ooh, that's pretty cool. A little too cyberpunky for me, but it works. Let's see here. I saw another one here that looked pretty cool. This right here looks like an underground rave. I'll take that. That looks pretty neat. Alright. So for the overall look of the warehouse, I think I have what I'm going for. Of where this car is gonna like drive around and do some really cool things. Now for what I need next is, so I want this car to be like if it was engineered especially for this character. I actually don't know if that the character is actually going to be in the cinematic or whatnot, but I know I need him to be so complex. I know I need there to be a hint that this character is interacting with the car, but I won't be able to show him because I don't have time to make a character in the quality that I'm going to make everything else, or nor the skill to. So what I'm planning on doing is my whole plan of this project is I want to create everything by myself. That has to do with art. Like maybe I might get help from animation. Maybe I might get help for like things that are way out of the category of art and more of a technical thing. But I might have to get a scan of just like some character and make it look like in the shots that I have, you won't see his face, but you will see like him walking towards the vehicle. And I think that's really interesting. I need to have that. I don't want to just show off a car and be like, look at this cool model I made. It's not always about I don't want to be necessarily just about the model. Yes, I'm modeling this thing cleanly in hard surface, but I want it to, like, in the end I want it to all be about the story and what I'm trying to show and what I'm trying to interest people in. What I see in my head and be like, hey, that's pretty cool. I think I just want to just have people entertained. So in that sense, what I'm bringing up is, in correlation to that, there are other shots that don't just show the car in this warehouse, but you see like mechanical engineering robot things, like the let me see, factory robot arm. So these things right here, these things are really fucking cool. So there was a scene. I'm gonna have to full screen for this, guys. I'm gonna show a clip of one of the coolest shots I've seen in a cinematic thing. Let's see, it's called Westworld intro. I'm gonna mute the music real quick. Mute. Alright. I think you guys can hear me way clearer now that the music I was playing is now muted. But I hope I don't get many copyright kind of strikes from this. I'm gonna play the Westworld intro real quick. I'm getting an ad. Alright. Skip. Okay, let me bump this up to 4K. Why does it never do it automatically? Alright. So this right here I think is really, this shot right here with this robot arm assembling the fake human's like body part, I think is like really cool. First of all, because the shot, you could see it assembling something and you know that it's in, what you're seeing is important, or like you don't zoom into stuff that's not important. So what I'm trying to show with the symbolism of that robot arm finishing up the car when the player is not the player, I'm thinking of a game, fuck, can't get my head out of games. When the viewer sees the robot arm and the precision tool that it's using to just finish off the car, I want to show that this car isn't just a stock vehicle like everyone has. This is more of a someone made to order kind of thing. So let me just show this shot, and I'll show you when it see if it comes up right now. The music here is great too. See, right now you see the robot arm kind of go over like, looks like a mountain, but it's actually like the rib cage of somebody's body. Yeah, here we go. You can see it pulling along the string. Here it's building the muscles of some horse. I think it's the horse. And then it leans off, and the lighting plays so well with. It doesn't. You're not looking at the arm. You're looking at what it's making. Kind of a sense. You just constantly see that robot arm coming back. Even in this scene right here, you can see two of them assembling the people. Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. It's even assembling the gun, which I thought was really cool. Yeah. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Like again, that the shots I was talking about are these, where it's like, oh, that robot arm comes in and just finishes whatever it's making. In the sense here, human. In my case, it would be the car, the DeLorean spinner. Um, I don't know exactly where I want that arm to be lifting from in the shot. Uh, it might be in the engine, like the back of the car is where the engine is. Um, my camera just shut off again. Yeah, it did. That's really annoying. I think it like shuts off every like what 30 seconds, 30 minutes. Yeah, it shuts off every 30 minutes. I don't know what that's about. I tried turning off the sleep mode, but let's go back to what I was saying. So I don't know if I wanted to come off from just like some weird part of the car, just some like not important part, or I wanted to come from the more of the draw piece, which is the engine, is what I've really been just focusing this entire project off on is that engine, that crazy put together kind of, hey, this guy wanted horsepower, but he needs it because he needs something fast. So this engine was kind of jimmied together for this person, this character, because hey, he thinks fast things are badass, things are he just wants to be cool. Like, I want to be cool, I want to be fast, I want to have something no one else has. I have the money. Actually, I don't know. See, that's the thing. I don't want it to be like this guy who wanted the car. I don't want it to be like some rich guy, some rich asshole who's just like, oh yeah, I have money. I want a fast car. It's more of like the personality that this character holds. The car will be almost like if it was an embodiment of him as a car. Since I can't make characters, I have to make a character out of a car. The engine isn't the only thing that will show the characters' details. I think the internal stuff that's around, like the car seats, the stuff on the dashboard, like even like just the stuff on the seat of the passenger seat. I wanted to have some of the memorabilia or things that this character would toss in his car if he were to jump in and like say, book it, we got to go. Just some things that in real life that a person, a human in a rush, or as someone who's always in a rush, their car's never clean. Their car has like a bunch of stuff in it. That's kind of like all the detail I'm spilling. I find it kind of cool that I'm recording this too, because I'm kind of spilling all the beans that this whole cinematic is made up of. Good thing I'm recording this. This is gonna be helpful. This isn't just for the stream. Uh-oh. I think Perforce just froze. No way! I've never had that happen before. What am I at? Oh, it's because it was saving. Wop. Alright, so since I'm recording, I could show off all the other references I was inspired by. Let's see here. I also have, if I go to Danger Dolan. Here we go. This music video right here is another key element to what made me think of this whole thing in my head, like something being built, but then the ending result is like, whoa, this is a lot more important. Even though it's in a factory, it doesn't mean it's like doesn't mean it was like factory made, a bunch of people have it. It's more like whoever in this universe, these people built these machines specifically just to make this item. It kind of shows an importance, and I could play this video right now and lower the audio. Another cool thing I want to do is really incorporate music into this cinematic. I want to incorporate beats, tempo, a lot of the like the cues you can see going on right now, where it's like tick, 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 and then right when something shows up that's meaningful, there's a different tone and beat drop to what you're seeing right now. See right there, when that beat dropped, the drills, you got the shot of the drill, and that's pretty freaking cool. Yeah, so this is just a key thing. I'm just looking at it again just to make sure I'm taking good inspiration off of it, which I think is like really interesting in terms of how it works. Yeah, but I don't have to see the whole thing. So there's that one. There's also a music video that, let me see if I can remember his name. If I have it on Spotify, I probably have it in there. Overall, these shots that were the shots that were in this music video for this song by, he has a really long name. Let's see if I could type it out right now. Gesafa Palestine. Here we go. This music video for a song called Pursuit, I thought was really interesting. The way it's in a warehouse is mostly what I'm portraying. Also the shots I think are pretty neat. The just constantly panning out kind of thing. And just like, I don't really know what the theme or what they're trying to portray here, but there's a really cool shot where in the warehouse, there's those shots of them in a warehouse. Also, I like I want to incorporate somehow computers. I don't know, I want to incorporate really complex computer servers or something into the scene in the warehouse somehow. Mostly because I want to show how much computing power is going into this kind of car. Show like what it took to program, or how like to test out, more or less. Like there's shots sometimes in like racing movies where some dude has the car hooked up to like a bunch of computers, and he's running tests on it for performance reasons. So I think that would be another awesome incorporation to what my scene will be. Let's see here. I'm just trying to make sure the stream is still going all fine and dandy. So we're at the 50-minute mark. That's pretty great. Yeah. Let's see here, 50-minute mark. That's pretty neat. All right. This is really great. I don't know why. Even if I'm not really necessarily streaming to anyone, I think it just makes it more confident for me to record what I'm doing as a kind of thing I could always look back on and see how I was thinking back when I was younger. So I don't know what I'm going to be doing later on in the future. Before I keep going, let me just send off a message real quick. Take a pause. Let me see here. Sorry, I know it got kind of silent. Sit. Alright, I'm just setting out more notifications that I'm live right now. So if anyone who's interested could tune right in. Alright, let me just type in a few more numbers. Alright, cool. So again, going back to like the whole server thing, I better like be careful because there's a scene here where you can see someone's naked, and that could get me banned on here apparently. So if I keep going, yeah, you see this warehouse shot, pretty cool, too bright for what I'm looking for, but I still don't know what the story is in this music video, but this shows a good example of what I mean by like a warehouse. I can imagine the car going on, but that's pretty much where the comparisons from what I'm trying to do and this music video kind of end. And one last thing is, of course, every cyberpunk idea was inspired by Acid Rain by Lorne. Another cool song again that uses it. The music video isn't just about like a video, like music. The song. The music video goes for the song. It wasn't the other way around. The music video wasn't created and then the song was applied. I know it's not done like that, of course. Like big budget songs aren't like music video, but nowadays like in big songs, like I don't know, like the popular ones, this music video isn't tuned or synced to the song. It's more or less they're just showing a clips or a scene of what the song is saying, but in a video. It's just like telling the story. But this again, I find it really cool the way the dancers in this music video kind of like sync their movements to each beat of the song. Like they're really great dancers. Really impressive. Yeah, right now when the beat drops, it's kind of interesting. Yeah, so we got her moving with the music, the aesthetic of everything around her, the environment. I find it really interesting, and I want to do something like that for mine too, where the environment also helps tell the story. Now I don't need someone literally acting out what I need someone to understand. Let's see, yeah, and this song is also great. I would have used it for my video, but it's already so overdone, overplayed. It's kind of pointless sometimes. Yeah, so there's that, and that's pretty much all like the inspirations I have. That and just the overall the Bladerunner movies. Yeah, these robot arms are gonna be really helpful. I should actually start continuing collecting reference. I think this whole stream would just be me talking and collecting reference about what I'm going to do. Pretty sure if I end up getting any more viewers at some point, I'm going to have to just keep retelling and re-saying what I'm doing, because I don't have any actual concept art to explain what I have going on except for reference, and it's kind of like all over the place. So for robot arm, since it's like a little bit in the future, so it's in the future, but I don't want it to necessarily be sci-fi looking. I still want it to be like as if take everything the same way it was modeled now, just improve it by giving it more technical abilities. Did Chrome crash? Uh-oh. Hello? Oh, I was just making sure. I thought my Chrome just crashed. Alright. Yes, collecting reference is important. Let's see here. We have this. These are all pretty good. Why are they so tiny? Dang it, Google. Why? Why are you so tiny? So I'm only gonna have to make like one of these, cause like you have make one robot arm. They're all the same. All you do is just change the tip, like the arm. Like if you look at the factory, they're all the same. So that's gonna be great on my part, just making the goddamn thing and rigging it. Let's see here. So I can always collect more reference for like actual hard surface parts for the robot arm, but we have that. And let's see here. What's next? We need. Yeah. So I want those computer like computer screens or like old CRT kind of TVs. In almost the center of where like wherever this person. I don't know if I want it to be the character who owns this car, or I want it to be the person who was there, who isn't there anymore, who was testing the car's performance and doing all that kind of stuff. I want it there to be like a old desk with monitors. These are all modern, but this right here, this is gold. This is perfect. Like I want there to be a table in the center of this garage warehouse thing with a bunch of these like jerry-rigged computers that are literally just trying to test the performance and program the goddamn thing, computing of the car. So we have like this. This is cool. Again, it's too tiny. That's garbage. Old desk with monitors. Old monitors. Old monitors. We got that same image again. Some of these are a little too modern, but I'll take them anyways. Let's take what I could get in terms of reference, but I will be blocking these out. I think hopefully today. I gotta get something in 3D, or so I'm never gonna actually start this goddamn project of mine. I really want to get this done. Alright, we are almost at the 1 hour mark. God, time flies by, huh? When you're streaming. Time goes by very fast. Cool. Sorry everyone. Just testing out some things on the left side of my screen. Okay, this is good. Oh man, I hit the gold mine. I love Google because whenever you click on one image, you never know where it's gonna lead you. What the frick? What is that? I now want that. Oh, that's perfect. So we got those. See more. Alright, so collecting the reference for the screens. Ooh. I really like these dinosaur computers, but okay, these are good too. That's good. These are all gold. I don't know what is that? Degaussing? I don't know what that is, but it looks interesting. Let's see here. Got degauss. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's all the actual reference I need for the type of monitors I want. Pretty sure there's more dinosaur things I could just find. I could just type in old monitors. But I was looking at more for the composition. 1 second. I'm just gonna change the category of what I'm doing here. I just realized I had the wrong category for the whole stream. I had on just chatting and art. Let's see here. Old monitors. This looks like a nice, cool Fallout 4 kind of one. Alright, I got enough reference for monitors. Let me get some old servers. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. That's cool. I don't know if I actually want like this kind of stuff, because there's a kind of a threshold of where you could keep adding a bunch of tech. It'll be like, what is that even for? You don't want it to just be there just to be there, because then it'll just look like, oh, this person didn't care. They just wanted to put more hard surface cool stuff there, and that's not always a good case for servers. I'm looking for some janky servers. Old servers, old broken servers. Okay, see, that's cool. This is something. That is something. That's some good reference. I don't know if that's a joke or if that computer even still works. Yeah. The table I want it to be on, let's see, I want it to be like those picnic tables. Let's see. Picnic table. Plastic picnic table? What are those things called? Plastic foldable table? Foldable table. Singapore. Here you go. Yeah, I want them to be propped up on this kind of bullshit thing. Just to show that, like, this person who built this car really doesn't care. For professionalism, he just like, hey, you want a fast car? Here you go. So we have that kind of stuff going on. They're all kind of the same thing. I don't know what color. Black. Black looks all right. How do I scale these down? Scale down? Nope. Guess not. All right. So I got all the reference I need now to start blocking out all the stuff in the scene, and I'm gonna start that, I guess, now. Let's make this a little tinier just so it could be out of the way out of people viewing the stream. Poke that away. Let me get the warehouse reference laid out. Yeah. All right. Let's get started. Let's see. I want to see how big to make the overall ground plane. It has to be big enough for this whole car to kind of go around the place. The camera's clipping. Let's change that to 100. There you go. 100, and then apply the same blend we have on the ground. Test metal. The shape, let's make it longer in the front than it is in the back. Damn, my camera's still clipping in, isn't it? Farther in the back than it is in the front. Add another couple zeros to this value. There you go. How do I keep doing that? Alright. Not big enough still. Let's make it way bigger. Alright. And in terms for walls, I want to get the walls in there. There's a car outside constantly beeping. I don't know what that's all about. But yeah, let's get those walls in there. Shrink them up. Let's see how tall do we want them? Not too high. High roof, it's not that great. So bring it down. I don't really know what kind of walls I want to have in the background. I don't know if I want it to be like this weird grating that we have in the warehouse, or I want it to be not windows. I don't want any light from coming outside. So maybe it just looks like a bunch of this bullshit that you see back here. I guess those are like cabinets. I could have those, or oh no, they're transformer boxes. I guess it doesn't really matter. So I think a wall height like that is good enough for now. I'll move this all over here, this over here. I'm using this really annoying mouse pad. There you go, it's better. Transform that. -90 degrees. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up, person? Hey, everyone. If you're just joining in, I kind of just gave a big spiel about what exactly I'm doing for the cinematic. I'll have all these streams available to rewatch again. I'm gonna upload them on either YouTube or on here on Twitch. I've never really done that before. And right while I stop talking, I'm gonna start back up the music that I had playing, just so you guys could have something at least to listen to while I stay quiet sometimes. So I hope that's not too loud. I'm gonna lower it a little more. Yeah, there you go. Hey everyone that's just joining. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go down to the camera viewport where like the camera's gonna be, and I'm gonna see if these walls look like a good size, and I think they do. They look like a good size. I'm gonna start plopping in these pillars. Okay, let's put in some of these pillars that I gotta find a good amount of space to space. That's a dumb way of saying it. I gotta find a good way of spacing these out, because I want there to be enough space for this car to like drift around, because it's going so goddamn fast. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna get it to get to the speed while also avoiding these pillars of death. So right now I'm not gonna worry about measurements because I don't care. I'm really just trying to get these shots in so I could do timing and send it off to my buddy Daniel, who's gonna end up doing the audio. Hey, if you're just joining now, you could say hi and you could ask me what exactly I'm doing. I'll be happy to chat back while I'm working on this kind of stuff. I could talk and work at the same time. I mean, I hope I can. It will just keep me busy. All right. So far I'm looking at it and I don't think this warehouse is big enough. I already think I gotta make it way bigger. So in Unreal, I really hope that Unreal 4 will let me do the draw distance. I'm gonna have to tweak around with it just to make sure it's cinematic quality. Let's see here. Can a car drift through here? I think it can. I don't know how to drift myself, but all I know is that drifting is when his wheels are spinning so fast that they lose traction and the car starts to glide over the surface. You know what? These are too close to each other. But there you go. The cinematic will be, let's see here. gonna be around the length of a song, because this whole cinematic is gonna be based off the beats and stuff of a song. My buddy that I'm working with, Daniel, hopefully could supply me with that song, because it's gonna be tailored around. The whole thing's gonna be tailored around the way that song is played. So, whatever beats he comes up with, after I send him the timing of each shot, it's gonna be dependent on how long each one lasts, what scenes play out in what order. So there's that. So Trumi, I think that's how you say your name. Trumi, if you want to know, if you're just joining in, I don't know if I know you as a personally, but the car is already very close to being done on the exterior. You can see all the details there already. If I turn on AO, which lets you visualize the car a lot better, a lot of the pieces are already there and it looks pretty neat. So this car is based off of my own design. I am doing since it's a Bladerunner cinematic, I'm doing my own take on the Bladerunner world. I'm doing So I'm sorry, I got distracted by a message. I'm doing a play on the world of Bladerunner, and this car will be basically a DeLorean and a spinner mixed together. So that's what's going on. Oop, my camera just turned off again. Let me fix that. Alright. Sorry, Trumi. I'm getting a little distracted by all the messages I'm getting right now. But, oh, cool. You follow me on Instagram? Thanks for checking me out. Hey, Pablito, how was Nomen? I need to go there. Nomen was great. Everything I learned that I'm going to show you guys through this whole project in streams that I'm planning on doing every other day. Everything I learned from there. I didn't take anything I learned from any YouTube tutorials or any outside sources. I kind of just learned the basic structure of just getting all these assets made and things like that from the school, and I thought it was a great experience going there. I took the 3-year course, which is basically their program that they had there, which is now a BFA. So if you want to get a degree, you could go there and get it. I think that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna just plot my camera down here. I'm gonna turn off AO because that stuff is lagging my computer out like crazy. So right now, looking at it, these pillars are too short, not high enough. So I'm gonna go in here and just group all of them and just scale them up. Cube, edit mesh, combine. If you guys want to see any of my work, you guys could find it on the description below. It's the little ArtStation logo. If you're wondering what quality I'm going to have this little cinematic at. I really want to make this to be my next big piece. This isn't like some tiny little project I'm working on. I really want it to be something unique. So right now I'm not going to put in the roof, because I feel like if I put the roof in, it's going to be just hard to model in, so I'm going to leave that out for now. I might put it in for when I start rendering the camera shots. So right now I'm just going to put in some of this like interesting geo just to see how well this kind of stuff plays around with the scene. It's playing some really chill music right now, isn't it? Oh, you got accepted into Nomen? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, Nomen is very pricey. Trust me, I'm in the same boat as you. See, I couldn't afford it either. I was lucky that my family had enough good credit to afford to be able to get a loan for me to go there. I'm currently still paying it off. I need to pay off everything for. I'm not having my family take any of the debt with them. I don't want them to pay for something I wanted. And right now I have a great job that I I'm happy with. I don't have any problems. I feel like I'm not gonna have any problems necessarily paying it off. It just might take a long time to pay off the school. Um, but yeah, it's a lot of. I feel bad because a lot of people who do want to do art or do this kind of stuff, they're limited by money, and I do think that kind of sucks, especially because Noman doesn't have any actual. You can't get a full ride there because art's not as appreciated as like sports or things like that. Even if it is like not necessarily just drawing, but even 3D art, which is more used. Um, so there's that reason why I feel like it kind of sucks that you can't go because of limitation of funds. Um, you don't have to go. Um, 100% you don't have to go. You could go to any other school. In general, you don't have to go to school. You can, like everyone says, learn these kind of things online. But the only reason why I'm not totally agreeing with that is because a school where a bunch of other people share the same interests as you, and you have a bunch of other people who also just like the teachers, like for example, that's a good example I'm going to bring up. The teachers there could hook you up if you do good in classes and things like that. A teacher who sees potential in you can hook you up with future opportunities at a place that they work. Because they'll be like, hey, if this is a student working really hard right now, what could he do when this student has the ability to work at a company? Like, what kind of stuff could he bring into our company that we're missing? Like a young kind of spring chicken like head into the industry. So one of the benefits, yeah, is just connections. Is something that does exist in the game industry. Um, if you know more people, you have more people who do 3D and do game stuff. You have way more chance of getting a job than someone who who has good work but doesn't have any connections. So, for example, if let's see here, if I make one of a good render, a good piece, a good whatever, it could be anything, character, hard surface model project. Um, you can you could post it online and no one will see it. But if you if you have someone who you know, like a teacher, if he sees that work, that teacher or those friends will share it, and other 3D artists are gonna see it. Um, that's just kind of how it works. The more eyes you have on your work, the higher someone's gonna want you to work for them. Like, that's just pretty cool. If you guys are whoever's just joining in, I hope you guys don't think this is what I can model. I always hate block out because it always looks kind of janky. Oh, you took individual courses to online to learn Maya and Photoshop, and it was so great. Cool. Do you remember what teacher you had for like Maya? I wonder if I might know them. Yeah, I took the Maya course on campus, and had a very good teacher that made sure you learned the program ins and outs. Like, he was great. He was like a boot camp instructor, but in a good way. Oh, cool. Pretzel Rocks, you sent a link to something. Oh wait, that's the what the heck? Oh wait, what? Oh, Pretzel Rocks is the. I'm dumb. Pretzel Rock is the music thing I'm using. Duh. All right. Cool. So it says for Maya I had Andy Keltz. Andy Keltz. Let me see if I know who that is. Andy Keltz. Uh, ah, Agents of Mayhem. I actually don't know who this is. Hmm. yeah, I'm sorry, but I don't know who this is, class, so I can't really like talk about like what you like how he is or whatnot. I'm glad you said he was chill. Yeah, not a lot of teachers sometimes are chill and they get really like really stressed out. It's like if they can't teach very well, they just don't communicate in class. I've had an experience like that. I'm just creating little block out things. I'm not sure if I even want this kind of stuff in the actual cinematic. Um, so you're saying what teacher do you recommend? Um, for Let me ask you a question. For online or for on campus? Like, because sometimes the teachers who are on campus aren't available online. Uh, I think that's how it works. Because some teachers that are on campus are there every, like more than one day on weeks. So that could affect a lot of the settings. All right. In general, okay. In general, one of the best teachers I've ever had in that school, and I feel like they would be able to teach anywhere. One of them is a teacher called Max Dayan. Um, he was the one who taught me Maya, the ins and outs of Maya, and just how to use it. That, in addition to a man called Stephen McClure. Stephen McClure actually taught Max, which is the person who taught me Maya. So it's kind of like a weird whoop-de-wop of just like internal like teachings, and it's crazy how you could go to this school and you could end up being a teacher there. It's like a never-ending cycle of just like these teachers and things like that, which I find really cool because like that's how you know the teaching was great, because a student could come in, go out of school, and go work in the industry for a little bit, and then become a teacher and teach other students. Um, yeah, so Max Dayan, Stephen McClure, and another big thanks to a teacher called Christophe Des. He is the one who taught me how to texture. No, actually the second person who taught me the texture. Stephen McClure taught me how to texture for through Maya and how to unwrap UVs. But Christophe Des taught me Substance Painter, how to bake, how to texture things realistically. If you go to my art station, you could see a weapon I made for his class that I couldn't have done without his help. There's no way. Like his critiques and the eye he has for just what looks good made it completely possible for me to achieve the kind of quality that you see in that piece. I think he's pretty great. So let's see here. Another good teacher. I can't think of any other good teachers. I might be kind of messing up. Might be kind of messing up because I know for 100% some other teachers help me out. Like Tran Ma. You probably can't find anything about her online. Her art's kind of secret. But her technical abilities and the quality of her stuff really blows my mind sometimes. Like I wish I could go back in school and just like ask her, how do you do this? Like I want to copy all your tips and just I don't know, I want to pick your brain. Might sound weird, but yeah. She knows how to hard surface model and do modeling very well. I made another piece. That piece that's the cyberpunk one on my portfolio, my art station, was made in her class. I had like a what is it, like I forget how many weeks. Oh, you saw one of her works? Yeah, was that the one with the flower crown? Because that was her first like actual public piece. She's really shy, I think. Don't know, but really great, just great stuff. Yeah, You should see all the other things she has under the hood that she's not showing. She knows how to make worlds like this that I'm making right now, probably in just 3 days. She can make this whole warehouse in 3 days, and it'll look a heck of a lot better than my thing, whatever I'm doing here. I don't know why I can't select. Let me just increment save before it crashes. Yeah. So yeah, that's another piece that inspired me to do what I'm doing right now. Is that project her and her husband worked on, the Nino. Um, it's crazy how they turned their entire apartment into just a film, like to make their film. And I want to do the same thing. I want to be able to create these worlds just the same way they do. I really hope I could, do this cinematic and just finish it for once. Like I said, I started this car off. What is it, like a year? Let's see. Yeah, I had a notification. I started this car a year ago, and I had these plans for all of this a year ago, and I just didn't go through with it because I got busy for work because I started working during school, and I just couldn't continue going on with it. Yeah, that's basically where I'm at now. I have some downtime now that I'm not crunching during work. Because at the time. Oh, you like the car? Thanks, dude. Trust me, it did take quite a while to just get it working. I could show you. Let me hide the ground. But all these parts. Let me turn on AO, so I could show you a more detailed look at the car if you want. These parts all took a while. They're all sub D modeling, so I'm not booleaning out shapes. I'm creating all these shapes for high poly because I'm gonna bake this. This model is gonna be baked to run in Unreal. Would you become a teacher at Noman? Yes, I 100% will. There might be something stopping me from actually going through with that. One, it might be a while until I could do something like that because I feel like right now I'm still a mid. I'm an environment artist where I work right now. It's called Deviation Games. I'm a mid artist, and I feel like people who teach there are seniors and or sometimes leads. I don't feel like I'm qualified, even though I can make things like this. I don't feel like I'm qualified to teach students because I don't know everything. I don't claim I know everything. I'm always ready to learn more. But yeah, this is the model right now. You could see it's kind of clipping. I don't know why it's doing that. This linear clip plane, but I made the entire model. I think directly from my head, using a little bit of reference from models other people have created. But as you can see, every piece here is cleanly modeled, sub D. Even the wheel, you can see that like every polygon is edge looping fine. We have like the real juicy part is the engine, where I'm gonna have a what's it called? I have it right here. I have the reference, but the engine is gonna be really badass the way it's animated. Let's see here. I have a link right here. Copy. No. How do I copy this? Copy. Copy. Let me see if I can show you guys the GIF of this paste. Yeah, here we go. So I don't know when I'm gonna get to this part in the stream, or whenever I start streaming the next day, but I'm gonna have this going on in the car, so you can look forward to that. I'm gonna have to do all this. Don't know how, but I know I can model it. I just don't know how I'm gonna animate and or rig this kind of thing. Because what I have planned for the cinematic is I want the camera to kind of get a shot of when the car activates. I want the engine to like spark up, and then these pistons to start going, and like as you see the piston fire, you kind of get the camera kind of comes out of the engine's in the back, so I guess you would see the camera come out the back exhaust of the thing. So there's that. As you can see, I already have the shape going on here. This isn't high poly modeled yet. This is just the block in shape. I am planning on doing the actual sub D model soon. I just really want to get the environment in there. So the same quality you see down here, I'm gonna have the engine to that spec. We just hit the 1 hour and 30-minute mark. Yay. But yeah, as you can see down here, I haven't even finished the muffler system. Like, they're not even like connected. They're just kind of hovering. Yeah, and yeah, the wheel. So the way the spinners work in this universe is that they don't actually have. They get powered directly from the back wheel. They're kind of like tricycles, or it's kind of the opposite. There's 2 wheels in the front, 1 wheel in the back. But if you look at the reference I have here for the spinner, you look right here. Spinners in the back always kind of have this one drive wheel, and yeah, I tried going for something like that for this spec. And also this a cool thing that works with the car design I'm working with, since it's a DeLorean, the engine's in the back, so it just makes it even better, like more lore friendly to the universe I'm trying to create. Yeah, and so far I've just been kind of piecing this car together just out of my noodle, and this is what I got so far. Like, I kind of do that thing where I get distracted by details. I avoid finishing the block, and I go directly into mauling these small little details. As you can see here, I got like all these cool little things. Like this right here is like a heat coil. Not everything's being smoothed down right now. I don't know why, but yeah, I got an exhaust vent for the wheels, whatever's powering the wheels. Right here in the film, since this is like a police car, the character is still a Bladerunner, like the people who hunt down the replicants. There's like a little flashlight, you know, like what cop cars have like normally right here, but what happens right here is it pops down, it hides in the car, and then in the cinematic you'll see it kind of like pop up and then shine this cool light thing right here. Right here we have like nuances to like the old school car. We have like DMC still plastered on the front of the grille. And yeah, I have all that stuff kind of just going at it. This right here is going to be glass. I don't know why I keep looking over here. I'm just trying to make sure the stream's still running. Sorry. This right here would be glass, so the pilot could see down just to know if they're like close to the ground or not. Because I just noticed that how will the person know if they're close to the ground when they land? So there's that. Yeah, and back here I got the cool little stamp that just says DeLorean on the back. I just find it really cool. Can't wait to see it textured. Me too, man. Me too. I can't wait to see it either. Doing the low poly or the baked version of this whole thing is gonna be a pain. One, because there's so many things that are like stuck together. There's so many things that are like really close to each other. We have, let's see, we have, for example, when I get the muffler in there, we have the base plate, all this cool detail stuff, and then we have the muffler, which is going to cause some issues when it comes to me baking the whole thing down to a game ready asset. Yeah, but if I go back to the wheel, I'm really excited about the wheel because this entire thing in the back, because it was jerry-rigged to work with whoever wanted the design like this, they attached these chains. These will soon be chains right here. I got this idea off a motorcycle. So these this tire right now is kind of hooked on to this mesh with a drive chain, and if we go up through the car, the drive chain gets pulled I don't know why it's kind of like, let me see here. Yeah, it gets powered through the drive shaft, like a normal car, right here. So this right here is pulling, driving all the power to the wheel. And note, there will be two of these. There's going to be one here, and one over here. So that just makes it more badass, because like you're going to see these chains going, zzz, like just going, and just like chopping up, just like, this is kind of dangerous, because the driver's like right here. And he, if one of these chains goes, he's dead. I got the inspiration for an engine like this back here, because in the movie, let me see if I can find the clip. Bladerunner engine. Yeah, here these guys talk about it. Let me mute the music real quick. Okay, I muted the music. Let me show you guys this clip. Oops. I'll make sure I don't lose the stream. Alright. Pretty sure you guys can see this. These guys talk about in the track. There's actually this cool let me pause it. There's actually this cool engine rev sound that's part of the soundtrack, but because I know it, so it's not a real car that's in this universe. But for me, when I heard that sound, I want that to be an actual vehicle in this world. So if we go through it, they're just talking about how it's not an engine. That's so weird. They didn't play it there. They did not play it. Here we go. Engine noise loop. Okay, you might hear it now. Might be too low, but here we go. Let's see. Come on. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna, right now, when I press play, just listen real close and you can hear what I'm talking about. I'm gonna somehow recreate this sound with my knowledge of audio. Oh, you can't hear the audio? Oh, sorry. Alright, you're gonna be able to hear the audio now. It's because I had the audio channel muted. Right now, when you hear this audio, I'm gonna have to recreate this engine sound that you hear in this track. So you kind of hear it there. It's like vroom, 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 kind of crazy engine I've never heard before. I really like that, and the reason I designed the DMC Bladerunner car thing here, the reason why it's using this kind of weird piston engine that's like sideways, is because people know that cars, the engines of cars, each engine has like their sound. Like an engine with 6 cylinders is going to sound way different than an engine with 8 cylinders and 12 cylinders, or even a Formula 1 car. They're just going to sound completely different. Sorry, I just got a message. Okay, so yeah, they're just going to sound way different. So my thought of why I went across doing this is nobody knows what this engine sounds like. These engines aren't put in cars most of the time. So I was thinking, if I put a foreign looking engine in there, if I add a sound like that, people are going to believe it. People are going to think, hey, this works. If I put like a normal like engine in there, let's say like a V8 or a muscle car engine, people are going to be like, wait a minute, that's not what those engines sounds like. I've never heard a car sound like that. Because we're going to see the engine making the noise. It's going to be like, wait a minute, this doesn't match up. So I was like, hey, what could I do? I could either make up an engine and have it just like look dumb, or just make like some sci-fi thing, or I could take something that already exists but tweak it enough so it's new. and somehow also go along with what that sound is in the film. And that's where it led me to this GIF. I searched up engine types, and I saw one that's called a horizontal engine, and I saw this, and I was like, I could always see what this would sound like. It would go zzz, like it would just like sound like that. Is your project 2041 on ArtStation? 2041. Oh, you're talking about that thing. Okay, I'm gonna sidetrack for a little bit and go to my ArtStation. I'm setting my leg now if you're wondering why I got a little higher. So the project 2041, this one right here. So this was also going to be another cinematic project I wanted to work on, and trust me, I still want this to happen. I really want this one to happen, but I kind of stopped this one because I feel like I need to create a project people are more comfortable with experiencing before I drop this one on them, because the world I have for this specific project is a little more out there. It's a little more a little more not close to home kind of ideas. You might feel a little different while watching whatever I have planned for this one. I can't show you what I have for it. I do have a little, what's it called? I do have a little setup for it. Just give me a moment while I look for it. If whoever's watching, you might want to stick around to see what I had already for it. Oh, sorry, my camera cut out again. It cuts out like every 30 minutes. All right, let me pull that up. Ports. Let's go to ports. School projects. Final. Alley. Final. Spinner. Nah, that's not it. Alley. These are all projects I've made in the past. I have. Let's see here. Saved. Hey everyone, thanks for joining in. I see I have 5 viewers already. That's great. Thank you all for joining. Sorry if whatever you see on screen is not what I'm working on. I'm working on it. I'm just trying to show a viewer asked a question, and I'm going to show them what it was before. Oh wow, I'm getting a lot of viewers now. Where are you guys coming from? So I'm gonna show you what I have. I keep getting distracted by the. Sorry guys, my third time streaming, but let's get the project I'm trying to load up here. PureRef school. You know what? I know where it is, guys. It's in my it's on my Facebook. Let me grab this video from my Facebook real quick. Let me download it and I'll show you right away. Just give me a couple of seconds. I have so many files, I just can't find it in my drive. Okay, I'm downloading the video right now. Oops, almost spoiled it. So what it was? So I started working on it, but I just didn't finish it. I started blocking out the scenes, and the thing I'm doing right now is what I'm doing for this. What you guys are watching on stream, I'm doing a camera block in. So I'm gonna start from the beginning right away. I wanted the whole thing to be really another badass kind of thing. So the lore behind this is time has passed. The world is kind of shit. This is more of like think of steampunk mixed with dystopian kind of cyberpunk, but grounded to earth, not too fantasy, not fantasy, not whimsical, more of a grounded, kind of futuristic world, but where it's more steampunk than cyberpunk. It's more of a, let's see here, we got I think of The Order, but further in the future. The Order 1886, the game. Think of that. And the story behind this one is that a guy, he was part of the lower class of society, and he was tired of how the world was being run, and so he was building a form, a physical embodiment to help him kind of overtake um, the ruling that it was happening currently in the whoever was ruling his home. And he built this kind of chassis, this metallic body to extend his life, but he died before he could transfer his mind and to this robot. Something happened where, because of a certain power thing or whatever, I haven't really stretched that out yet. It actually activated the final step of it transferring his mind to this new chassis. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to show this whole cinematic of showing where this guy was, like this kind of vault room. He kind of sealed himself into this vault, so he couldn't have the authorities apprehend him before he finished doing what he was doing. And he sealed himself in the vault, and he died before the whole thing could happen. He kind of fucked up and kind of almost fried himself. And then so something happened that reactivated the system that finished off what he was trying to do, which is to get his body into the suit. And that's where the whole thing happens. This kind of robotic husk of a soul waking up. There's a good reference image that inspired this whole project. I was going to call the whole thing, the project name was 2041, but the actual name, when I finally release it, it's going to be called Awakened. This husk of a robot, he's kind of like laying there, not activated yet because he has no like thoughts, no memories, no nothing. Gets reawoken in this dusty, decrepit area that hasn't been touched by anyone. He starts like waking up, and the dust comes off of his hands because like they've just been covered with just shit everywhere, dirt, trash, leaks, water. He starts moving, and he starts like imagine waking up and you're a robot. You try to breathe, and you realize, hey, I don't need to breathe anymore. It's kind of the whole experience. If you think of another cinematic from Unity, the Atom cinematic is another big inspiration for this. But I could show you the little cinematic. I'll keep quiet while this plays, and I'll try to lower the audio so it doesn't blow your guys' ears out. Here we go. You'll see what I mean by everything I just said right now. It's not the full cinematic block in. It's just the beginning part. But you can see where it was going. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Yeah, it was kind of lackluster, isn't it? Hey, what's up? I kind of don't know how to say your name, but thank you for joining. I don't know who you are, but I'm glad you're watching. But I just showed off something I was working on a while ago. But as you can see, whoever just asked, that was Project 2041. The funny thing is, I actually have the head. You saw the head that I have on the left side of my screen. That little head you saw pop up. I have it. Let me see. I actually have it. I have it modeled out. Like, I started modeling out that head. I'm gonna open up that project right now. I know I'm being sidetracked from what I'm supposed to be doing, but I thought it'd be cool to show you guys this stuff. I hope you guys are entertained right now. I hope I'm not trying to being boring. I know 3D stuff could be kind of boring sometimes. Let's drag it. Yeah, I'm opening up another Maya scene, so it might take some time. Alright. So I wanted to show you guys, let me show you guys the head. So this right here is the head chassis thing that you guys saw in the cinematic. I had it modeled out. This is him. This is that robotic husk that I was talking about that he transferred he transferred his mind into kind of. I mean, you want to make it scary if you're trying to overthrow. You're some um, uh, trying to overthrow some bad ruler or whatever that's killing everyone on the earth. But this whole thing is sub-D modeled out. It took longer than I wanted it to, but I really wanted this 2041 project to happen. It's not happening yet. I don't know when. I guess until I finish this current project, the Bladerunner cinematic. So that head right there that you saw around, like right here, this guy right here, this guy right here would be this guy, and you could already just think in your head, imagine this dude, this head like down, and then you could see it waking up, and then slowly seeing his fingers like move, like robotically, not like smart robot, but kind of like simple gears, kind of pivoting the finger, kind of like a piston. That waking up, imagine his head going up, trying to breathe, and just like trying to disconnect from all the power things that are attached to him. I just thought that would be really cool to show in Unreal, showing all the physics and things coming off of his body. So yeah, this is the head. This was dormant, and it never really happened. Could happen soon. It's a work in progress. This whole thing was really fun to model. As you can see, it's like there was no sculpting involved. It was just me figuring out these shapes to pipe through. I actually 3D printed it. Let me see if I can find it. Let me get up real quick. Oh, thanks for your kind words. Yeah, it sounds cool, but you know, I'm just locked away by time and how much other people need it. But I actually have this guy 3D printed out. I'm trying to get the camera to show right now. It's not focusing, but I 3D printed this guy out of one piece, and he kind of all came together really nicely. It's really detailed. I wish the camera would focus to it, but that's basically what I did with him. I really wanted to post him on ArtStation, but I don't like posting unfinished work to the website because it's kind of frowned upon. You want to post that kind of stuff on the work in progress section, but that's where this little number went to. Do you guys have any other questions about him before I kind of close him down? He is pretty interesting looking. Every now and then I look at the little 3D print, I'm all like, the project that could have been is in my hands. It's really dusty too. Yeah, Alec Hudson is a pretty cool guy. No, actually, so in the beginning I did not sculpt this. This is entirely I did it in Maya. So the finished like mesh you're seeing right now was all done in Maya. The only thing that I did do in ZBrush was I sculpted a basic skull. So I just blocked in proportions like bumps, like just like let's see here, jaw, cheekbone here, jaw here. I want the jaw to be like a certain distance. I want the eyes to be this kind of like evil shape, and then from there, retopologize the mesh. So what I did was after I have like a really shitty looking base mesh, I went over it with quad draw to give me some clean topology that I could work with, like nice edge loops, nice a bunch of other things, and then I started, you know, sub-demodeling it. Let me open up an older version because this isn't the actual the newer. This is a newer version that I use for 3D printing, so it's kind of messed up. Let me open up a good fresh file. Do you guys have like any other questions while I'm answering Trumi's question? I could show you all the progress I did when it comes to this type of stuff. Dormant, ma. Yeah, I use the student version of Maya because the student version of Maya is free. I don't use Blender because I use Maya for the industry. Okay, right here you could see right now this is the low the version of it when it's not sub D. If I go in there and just sub D everything, this might take a little while. I just ran a big process on my machine right now. This little guy took so this little guy took a while. I tried finishing it during my off time of work, but kind of didn't work out. But you can see right here where the shapes are done. It's almost like if I was doing what's it called? It kind of looks like if I was using NURBS, but this is not NURBS modeling. It was all polygon modeling. So right now, if I press, if we look at his jaw by himself, if you press 1, it's all just polys. You can see how here we have just it extruded. Press 3, and it does like a nice good rounding out of all the shapes. Like I even added all this detail in below his jaw, just because I didn't want to touch sculpting, because sculpting makes Geo really dirty, and I know that I do not like dealing with these errors I have when baking, so I kind of avoid it as much as I can sculpting. It's not that I can't sculpt, I just choose not to use it. Sometimes it's not necessary. Like I said, I'm not a character artist. I don't need to use it all the time. Yeah, and I got like I don't know what this was supposed to be. I was thinking it was gonna be like his Adam's apple, his throat. And that's where that ended me there. Yeah, it goes all the way around. We have, so these right here, I blocked in these pipes just because that's kind of what I wanted, like the pipes he kind of disengages from his head to be. Could you just imagine these pipes kind of going kind of like that and falling off of his head? And I thought that was really interesting. Oh, thank you. Any other questions for this guy before I kind of like close him up? I could spend all day talking about him. It's more or less like, why talk about him when you could like work on him? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he was pretty cool. It's always a weird feeling looking back at your old work and wondering, damn, I could have finished that. And I could tell you guys right now, I have a lot of other projects I did not finish. Just for shits and giggles, let's open up another one just to show you guys all the projects I do not post on ArtStation. Mostly because I do not feel like they're worthy enough to post, or if I post a bad piece, if I post a bad piece in front of my, like if I had a good piece and I post a bad one, it's gonna look as if I downgraded other than improved. And for me, I think it looks bad, and I'm afraid to do it. Sue me. Let's see here. Let's go to should be my desktop computer. Nope, not Delta X. Nope. C drive, users, Carlos, desktop. Oh no, where is it? Oh no. No, wait. Oh no, I deleted it. Frick. Oh no. Yeah, it always sucks to lose your projects, but while I look for what I'm trying to show you guys, I'm gonna leave this little guy up just so you have something interesting to look at. Let's turn AO on. Makes things pop more. Turn wireframe on. There you go. Alright, Nomad. Where is she? Yes, it's a she. It's a character. I also polymodeled. Nomad. 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 Shit. No. Did I delete her? I don't believe this. Oh, there she is. Found her. We're all good. Hey. I didn't see what that was. Hey, thanks for following. Every little follow helps me. I just really wanna like show my making of process with people. Thank you for the follow. I 100% appreciate it. Okay, back to what I was doing. Uh, desktop, tech gifts. I don't know why she was in here, but let's open that up. Save. Don't save. Let's open up this little number. I am upgrading my PC soon, so I could just actually do all the work I'm gonna end up doing in Unreal faster, because that part's gonna suck if I do not have a good enough PC to run all the light maps and things while live streaming. Could you imagine that? Whoa. Yes. Just give this one a few seconds. This is another character I did modeling. This one also took a while because I did the body sculpting in my. What's up, Alec? And if everyone doesn't know, Alec is one of my roommates. You should check out his art station too. Alec, drop your art station. Alright, so I made her also. So like 90% of her was made in Maya. Let me turn on AO again because it makes things kind of pop. Yeah, she was. If you look at her geo, you could see that most of it was modeled in Maya because what I have is supporting edge loops. You can't really get that sometimes in ZBrush. Right now she's posed. I was gonna 3D print her, but her geo is so broken or so dense that I couldn't really do a cut line in here through Maya. I have to do it through ZBrush. I might try doing it through Blender. I don't know if it's even possible. No, sorry, not Blender. Oof. Mudbox. Sorry, I'm a Mudbox user. But yeah, her whole entire backpack is all modeled in sub D, the same way you saw my car earlier. She's completely cleanly modeled. She's meant for games. She's meant for the games workflow. No, well, okay, so at some point I probably will end up using Blender. There's no way out of it. The way I see things going, it is pretty cool. Just currently, I use Maya and trying to get really good at Maya because the standard is Maya. Everywhere I've gone so far has been Maya. I learned Maya, so it just speeds me up a lot faster. I could tell you right now that I can see Blender being used more in job places. I can't say anything right now, but I've seen people use it at job places and it being allowed. Like, people have worked fine with Blender. So far I've only seen it in companies. I've only seen it being used in concept, like blockout geo. For example, a concept artist can make a blockout geo, spit it out and give it to a production artist like me. We would clean it up or up-res it or whatever, whatnot. Actually, we would just clean it up and stick it into the engine just to use as a block in. But because it's so broken, and because concept artists always just paint over it, we just kind of use it as a block-in shape, and then we basically remodel the thing anyways, because the geo that sometimes comes out, if you're not sub-D modeling and you're just Boolean modeling, doing all like the, what's it called, fast decal, you know, all those plugins that you see for Blender that are available, they look great in Blender. Problem is when you spit them out of Blender, they're not so great. Not saying Blender is not a bad program. It's absolutely what I've seen. I've seen people make some really cool stuff in it. More or less, it's not ready for professional use. It will be soon though. I could see it being up there with, you know, how at first Houdini wasn't accepted into the industry, but after it got more refined and people started creating just really cool stuff with it, it started being used everywhere, and it's now is like sometimes mandatory to know it if you want to work in a company. For me, I feel like I would end up learning Blender first, then um sorry, I would end up learning Houdini first, then Blender, if if that makes much sense, because I I tried learning Houdini once, didn't happen, but I know I need it now if I want to go any further. Yeah, like I said, like yeah, I use Blender for basic things. Yeah, that's completely fine. Like for example, you can't do everything with one program. You just can't. Uh, a true production artist like you know, like Alec here, or even me, or even um um Kanari. Sorry, I still don't know how to say her name. My girlfriend's in the chat. She's the moderator. Uh, we use every tool that makes our job a lot easier. We use we use like Maya for modeling or blocking, and then we move over to ZBrush for sculpting, and then we use Substance Painter for painting or making textures and baking. We use Unreal for like showing it in a game engine. For example, like I know Blender has cycles and whatever the other thing is called. It renders like a game engine, but doesn't always act like one. So we would use Unreal to show that we can make things for games. Um, it's never just one program. If you look at being a 3D artist being like one program's the end all be all, it's not that. It shouldn't be like that. You're gonna have to learn a lot of programs. Uh, for Houdini is like it's for VFX. It's kind of like Houdini is a program for simulations, water, crazy large landscapes. It could handle a lot of geo in a very optimized way. It's used a lot in films, commercials, and things like that. It's kind of used in games. It's used in games for tools. For example, Far Cry uses Houdini to scatter trees, to scatter rocks, to scatter bushes, create like uh, uh, optimized, or that's not the word, modular ways of spreading stuff out without having an artist go in there and place every single thing. Um, that's kind of what it's used for. It's really cool. It's really just a smart program. What about 3ds and Cinema 4D? Uh, okay, so I came from using Cinema 4D actually. I have a lot of experience with that program. It's great. Again, like I said, it's one of those programs where the community kind of based it around cinema motion graphics. So it's not like you can't make models or stuff with it. It's just that some things are kind of harder to do in that program than they are in like other programs. For example, I know making UVs in Cinema 4D really sucks. It's I tried for me making UVs in Cinema 4D kind of sucked when I first started using it. That was my first 3D modeling program, and then after that, but I love Cinema 4D. Trust me, if I could, like if they let me use whatever I want at work, I would 100% use Cinema 4D again. I don't know why, I just love it. One of the best renders I think I love is Octane. Octane is a great renderer for things like that. Let's see another question. Oh, 3ds Max, yeah, 3ds Max still used. That's another standard modeling program. If you're a hard surface modeler if you want to get a job as a hard surface modeler in a company, your best bet is to be someone who uses 3ds Max, because that's just who you're going to be working. All the other people at a company who work as like a hard surface prop, like really crazy detail models, they're going to be 3ds Max users. I've had my experience at Respawn, for example. My time at Respawn, the team there, the hard surface team, they were all 3ds Max users. All their tools were for 3ds Max. So it kind of like so if you come in there like trying to model Maya, and they have like these tools that are is for the pipeline, you're gonna be be left out of the party. You're gonna kind of be that person everyone has to like, like, why can't he just use our tools? No, he can't because he doesn't know how to use 3ds Max, and he has to do it his way. He can't do it our way. That could be sometimes a problem. But like another point to another like counter argument to that is that if your art looks good, no one cares what you use as long as it doesn't affect anyone else. Um, as long as your art as long as your art is the same result as the guy next to you using what they're using at a company, uh, no one cares. If your mesh is clean as the guy next to you, no one cares. You're doing great. Who cares what program you use? For me, if I owned a company, it would be like that. As long as you give me what I want, you're good. You're getting paid. That's it. But for now, it's not like that. In most places, you just have to adapt to what either go to a place that accepts Blender, accepts Cinema 4D, or accepts Maya, and work there, or just hope that a company that you want to work for allows that kind of workflow in the future. Um, Another question: what's with Houdini? Oh yeah, I already answered that one. Some things in Blender are much faster to do than Maya. Yeah, that's true. Oh, for sure. I've seen people model some crazy things really fast in Maya. Like sorry, so many programs. Blender. I've seen people make some really cool stuff with Blender. Sorry, let me take a drink. I'm talking a lot. I like how I'm doing more talking than actually modeling, but I think you guys are enjoying it, so I'll keep going. Kind of like give you an insight of what goes on behind the industry. Um, yeah, I agree. Some things are easier to do in Blender than Maya. Uh, I just don't think, for example, people who think that Blender is the end all be all. Another good example is Blender has sculpting, and people have an argument saying that why use ZBrush when you could just use Blender and it's free. Like again, ZBrush is specified to do a thing and it does it really well. Blender just added that feature, and it just cannot compete with the program that specifies in just doing that one thing. Mauling, yes, it is better. It's getting there, but I don't think it's. Sorry, my camera just turned off again. All right, let me switch that. Let me flip it back. All right. I lost my train of thought, but yeah, that goes again. Just because it's there doesn't mean it's always better than the program that's meant to do that thing. Blender sums motion builder 3ds Max. That's great. You have a whole like you're great. Especially motion builder. That's rare. Animators will like you if you do any kind of secondary like animation for things like that. I use all of those. Sim4D use a lot at Blue Sky. Cool. So Houdini is procedural modeling and also FX. Yeah, procedural modeling. I forgot about that. I'll tell you one thing. You can't hard surface model in Houdini. I've tried it. What you could do is you could set up a bunch of like presets and have Houdini assemble a whole building for you. Like you can make a model, a window in Maya or Blender, and then have Houdini place that window exactly where you want it to be, like that. That's pretty cool. I think that's really helpful. Houdini's procedural. Octane came out for free for Blender, but you gotta have NVIDIA card. I only got AMD, so it doesn't work. Aw, man. Yeah, that's weird. I know Octane was just NVIDIA. Yeah, and I heard that it's also free. I just don't use Blender, so I can't really use it. There's Octane for Maya, but I've never used it. I stopped rendering with Maya a year ago. Let's see here. Houdini is like you want to make a node to move. Yeah, to move fool. Yeah, man. That goes again to the whole thing where it's just to like extrude. It's a pain in the ass. It's ridiculous. Blender effect system is subpar right now. That's why I was using Thinking Particles and 3ds Max. Thinking Particles is a third-party plugin for both Maya and 3ds Max, right? They make Krakatoa, right? I don't know if I'm thinking about the same thing. But yeah, I think I answered all your guys' questions. I'm just gonna go back to showing her off. Yeah, she's entirely modeled in Maya. She's really basic. I was going for like a stylized thing. For me, I like making stylized characters and realistic environments. It's kind of weird, ain't it? But yeah, all her even her shoes were all made. I think this is my second character I've made. For school, when I was in school. Yeah, I even modeled her hair out. I just like took a extrusion and just kept extruding it down. Her backpack, like I said, it's all just subdeed, clean geo going all around. Let me see if I can show you guys her moving around. I have her video in here. I don't know why I have everything saved on my Facebook. She's actually textured. Let me see. I'm glad I'm entertaining you guys. This is actually I just started streaming today. We'll stream more. I'm gonna stream every other day. Yeah, max only. It makes it like Houdini. That's cool. I wish Maya had a better node network, to be honest. The node editor in Maya sucks bad. Oops, that's not the right file. Here you go. This is her moving around. She's her hair looks like shit. I couldn't figure out how to do hair in games, but she's game res here. She has her low poly model and everything. Yeah, she kind of was really hard just to make. But that's her. That's her texture. She's based off a concept. I didn't design it. As you can see right now, her little Game Boy in the back of her backpack isn't moving around. It's like static. I wanted that to jingle around, you know, kind of thing. She's very low poly. I think she's only like 60k tries. Way low for today's modern games. It's like a little too low. That's like multiplayer kind of Fortnite polygon count right there. But I had a lot of fun making her. I think I might have made her feet a little too small, but yeah, that's Nomad. She came from this. That's her, all right. Cool. That's pretty much all I had that I haven't really posted. Nomad. Let's see, Nomad. Yeah, Nomad. Awakened or whatever. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I might just go back to working on the vehicle. How was Gnome in school? I wanted to attend, but I couldn't afford it. I got a ton of their DVDs. It was great. It was really great. Yeah, a lot of people have that. I talked to one of the early on viewers that, yeah, it is really hard to afford. For me, I didn't have the money either. I kind of just took out a really big loan, and I'm still paying it off. But I think it was a big leap of faith, because I worked my ass off really hard in the school, learned everything I could, stayed up really late, gave up my social life, and kind of give up a lot just to make this whole entertainment industry my life. In the end, it really helped me out, though. I'm here right now with a job that I really love. It pays great. I have the skills that I feel confident enough to do everything they assign me to do at work, and yeah, I still have that loan in the back of my pocket. Yeah, but I feel like I'm gonna end up paying it at a time I feel I'm comfortable enough being okay. As long as I keep my life going the way it's going, I will pay this back. And it's just something you gotta give something up to get something back. I feel like if you have money, like people who could just throw money at this school, who don't care, they just want to take an art school, they don't have that fear lingering in the back that's like always poking you, that's saying, hey, if you do not finish this school, you're gonna owe all this money and still not have a job. If you don't focus right now, you're gonna be screwed when you finish, or if you even finish. That's the scary part. So it's like, if whoever, for me, I had the help from my father. Their credit was good enough for them to give me a loan that was a big loan enough to help pay for the school and pay for my living expenses. That was borrowed money, that helped me just get through the school, and now I owe all that money. But like I said, I busted my ass off, learned as much as I could, tried my hardest, made connections, and I am where I am right now. I feel pretty comfortable with what I did. I do kind of still miss things I missed out. I mean, I'm not that old. 21. I'm turning 22 in like a couple days. I do feel like I wish I spent more time with people I cared about, my friends, family. I still kind of wish I do that now, even though I'm like not in school. I could see my family whenever I want, but I still have work. I can only be on the weekends, but I still want to hang out with my friends on the weekends and things like that. Yeah, it's kind of like, it's like a trade-off game. Yeah, I know. I get that a lot. I'm pretty young, but that goes to show that as long as you bust your ass in like this thing, you can learn it. It doesn't really matter about how much years you have. Just learn and do a big project one after another. Just push yourself constantly. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I do have a lot of time to pay those loans. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. That's why I don't like sometimes say my age, because it makes sometimes makes people feel like they're not getting somewhere fast enough because of the whole age difference thing. That's why sometimes I don't like sharing my age at work or anywhere else. Yeah, feel free to drop your art, guys. I could give you guys a shout out. I could like and follow you. Can help you out any way I can. Like, I'm here. You guys help me out with the follow. I hope you guys got out with the connection share. But overall, like I said, the school, it does help boost your skill. But one of the things I feel is school offers that no other school I think in the United States offers, that has to do with CG, is the ability, a friendly competition. That's something that I believe needs to be in more trade schools, more art-driven kind of curriculum, is competition within your peers, within all the students in class. If you have someone, if you look at a student and he's like really busting his ass out there with these models, with this art, this sculpts, these things, if you see someone like doing that, and you're in the same class with them, everyone in this school kind of has the idea in their head being like, I gotta beat this guy. Or if you see someone who just finished that class, I gotta beat that guy's final. I gotta beat that guy's project. You always trying to one up people, and that's kind of what helped me early on in my my time at Noman. One of my best friends, who is my roommate right now, I could drop his art station. He works at another big company. He he was kind of like in the same term as me. His name's Alex, and in the beginning we were kind of having this friendly competition thing going on, and I feel like if it wasn't for him and a couple other students, I would not be where I am right now. I would think, because when I first started the 3D part of the program, I thought I was hot shit. I thought I knew everything. I thought, because I just did Cinema 4D for like 2 years, I feel like I can I feel like I could do I feel like I'm, good enough. Why can't I work? But after I saw all these people with all their work they're pumping out, I was like, wow, I need a I had a wake up call. I was like, man, I suck. If I just make what I used to make in this school, then there's no way these people are gonna get the job that I wanted. Like, if you don't, it's like one of those things. So, oh, no notification. I can't see it. Thanks, Jack the White. Follow me. Thanks for the follow. I'll look at your guys' R station too. I'll follow you. I won't do it on the stream if you guys don't want me to, but thanks again for the follow. But back to my point with the friendly competition thing. Like I said, if I feel like I didn't do that, if I didn't try to compete with these people, my peers, for example, these assignments wouldn't exist. This one right here was the first project I did for Intro to Maya. I've never used Maya before. This was the class that teacher really pushed us to like learn this program really fast. I made this all my first time in Maya in, I think, what is it, 5 weeks, but that's 5 weeks shared with other classes, other 3D classes that I had to learn. I had to learn texturing and all that at the same time I was learning how to use Maya. I made this piece because I was at the time competing with my good friend. Let me show you his art station right now. Show you the kind of thing we were going back and forth with. Oh man, I spelled his name wrong. Hold on, I'm having a brain fart right now. Huh. If I didn't have him to, you know, if he wasn't doing as good as art as I was doing at the time, I felt like I would just be like, yeah, I used to make low poly art. So this is the guy that's my roommate right now, and he's the guy I had the friendly competition with. And see right here, this was the assignment he did at the same time I did it. I was doing that other piece you just saw. I just closed it. God dang, I'm so clumsy. Come on. Okay. So me and him were both doing these two assignments at the same time, and because from what I saw, I was like, damn, this is photoreal, and so I was like, I gotta also do something really epic, and we kind of did that. We kind of did this for like the whole 1 year we were at Noman. So yeah, we did that, and then a couple other people joined in the friendly competition thing. So he did all this work also during his time in school, and right now he works as a prop technical artist at Naughty Dog. He got in there real fast, and it was really cool. So like at the time, we even worked together on a project, because at the time we were never really grudging with each other. People thought we hated each other. We were just trying to always push each other, but me and these other guys I was having friendly competition with, we were all good at like what we did, and we thought, hey, what if we all put our big brains together and make a cool project? Here's a project that I did with two other guys. So I was responsible for the cinematic architecture. Alex, the guy I just talked to, was props and stuff like that. And right here we made this entire cinematic, everything from scratch. We had Alec is the other guy, my other roommate. He did sculpting of the characters, and so did Dan, one of my other friends. He did all this. So yeah, you can see we just had all that cool stuff. Manon was also the effect. A man called Manon was one of my other buddies. He made the effects for the class. As you can see, that friendly competition. If you don't have that kind of thing, if you go to a school and don't have that, you really miss out on being the best you probably can be, because then you don't get that experience of having these people, noticing that these people are better than you, kind of feeling. But yeah, with all this stuff, yeah. So, sorry, I'm drinking my water, talking a lot. And here's like another piece. This was the class I brought up a while ago. If the people who asked this question early on, if they're still watching, Christoph Dez, which is the teacher who taught me texturing. He got me to do something like this, my first time using Substance Painter, because I stayed after class and I took over to learn how to do learn how to do quality work. I wanted to find out how to do really good work, and as you can see, it just goes to show. Noman is a pretty good school. Friendly competition always works out. This was the last piece I finished for school, and this was this was all just this was all just me. I didn't really do this for the friendly competition, but this is where my friendly competition started kind of dying, because we were all friends at the time, and I didn't have that push anymore. So I kind of lacked and didn't. I finished this project a little late. I didn't model as fast as I tried, as I used to. I didn't get much done. So I felt like if I did have again that friendly competition I had with my buddies in school, this would have been a lot more better. I feel like it personally. Uh, but yeah, and after that project, uh, I started working at Respawn. Respawn saw some of my work and they picked me up. Um, I had my interview and everything, and I started making things for them. Um, so yeah, that works. And so yeah, that's pretty much all I was talking about. So if you guys want to ask any other questions, I could just get back to making the car. Here we go. Alright, so backwards, if you guys don't want to have any other questions about my work or anything else like that, I could just get back to working on the car, and you guys could just see my progress. I kind of felt like I wasted a little bit of, not wasted, but I kind of dove off away from making the car. Let me see here. Where was I? Oh yeah, we got this right here. We get that going. Let's see, where was I? I do actually mess with designer. Let me see. I've actually only made a couple things with designer. Hold on, I got a message. Oh, sorry, I just got a message. You guys are wondering who that guy is in the chat. He's not a troll. He's just one of my buddies. Yeah, Turkey. I don't know who you are. Who are you, Turkey? If you guys are wondering, they're not. Yeah, they're not trolls. Mitch, you shouldn't be saying that kind of stuff on Twitch. It might get you banned, dude. These are some of my buddies also from Nomen. Kursp is a motion graphics artist from. He also went to Nomen. He's really cool. Mitch, don't say those words, dude. You're gonna get my chat banned. So I actually don't know who Turkey is. Who's Turkey? Yeah, see, they're all sorry. Don't worry, chat. These people are cool. So Mitch is a motion graphics artist. His stuff is pretty cool too. I don't know where I could find his stuff. I think he would have to drop a link down below, but I don't know where he could find his stuff. I know it's not on ArtStation. I'm kind of having a brain fart. I kind of forgot what I was gonna do. Oh yeah, I was working on that table for this scene. So let me go back to actually mauling this cinematic out. Here we go. I guess he sent us his Instagram. What? It's broken. His chat's broken. I think I just found out who Turkey is. Turkey is another good friend of mine, Michael Short. He's a really good artist. He's one of the better 2D artists I know. Jack White, the advanced troll. Nah, these guys are good guys. I kind of already knew who he was from his first username. He has that username everywhere. I'm glad all my buddies are in the chat. It really shows you guys supporting me. So like again, I said I'm not modeling things to be clean or anything. Oh man, that's broken. What the heck? I'm just kind of like getting these things in here. Maya's really chugging. Hmm. Oh man, you know why? I got a bunch of Mayas open. Fuck. Well, shit. Hold on, let me close this chat down, guys. But um, to the viewers who are not my close friends, you guys could ask any question, any questions. If you guys really want to know either about more stuff about school, I'm gonna try to keep working while I talk. After all, kind of sidetracked for a lot. I'm gonna have to end the stream around 12, but I'm glad you guys joined for the beginning stages of my stream. I'm glad I have at least like 12 viewers in this stream, and appreciate you guys and everything. To that. So what I'm doing right now is I'm setting up this table that's going to be used for one of the shots in the cinematic. I want this to be a table where you have a bunch of these computers that were used for what you call it, mesh combined, for testing out the performance of the car, running it on some tracks. Huh. See you, Jack. I need to get back to rigging. See you later, folks. All right, Jack. See you later. Thanks for joining the stream. Again, I'm gonna be streaming every other day. So next stream will be on Wednesday, and then the last stream of the week will be on Friday. That's actually a good question. True me. So during Nomen, I only got free time. That's kind of a funny. It's kind of a funny thing that doesn't really exist at that school. So, are you talking in terms of free time of like social life, or free time in terms of like lab time you have to work on the actual assignments? Can you specify that a little bit? Alright, so there's kind of a trade-off. You can have both. If you want to have a social life, you have to give up time on assignment time, like time to make your stuff better. You got to give up on that. Lab time, you have unlimited lab time. Labs at that school close around, I think, 1 a.m., 12 a.m., and you're kind of limited by to how many computers are open at the time. Man, see, it's like really hard for me to talk and work at the same time. But there's that. Having a brain fart. Yeah, so it depends on how many classes you have a day. If you have one class, each class spans around like 3 hours. If you have two classes in 6 hours, and then the rest of the day you have just either time to work, like go to a lab, a class that's not a lab that's not occupied by a class, and work, or you could go home and sleep because everyone in that school is sleep deprived, or you could drink an energy drink and just keep going. Like I said, sacrifices have to be made. If you what you could do is work really hard one day, like work like 1 day straight, and then somehow have enough energy to just stay up and hang out with your friends the next day, or go see a movie. Like that's what you have to do. Yeah. There's a lot of cool stuff around Nomen. The place Nomen is like placed as like Hollywood, so you get a lot of cool stuff to do whenever you have free time, if you have it. Alright, so right now I'm adding these chairs just because I want to show at least as if somebody was standing by all these old computer CRTs. Um, let's duplicate this. You guys can ask me any other questions too, like what resources I use for modeling, or what kind of stuff, tutorials I recommend, or I don't know. Like again, what am I doing? If you guys didn't get a recap of what I was doing earlier. I don't even know why I'm typing in actual numbers. It doesn't matter. It's blocking. I just want these chairs to be kind of looks like a spider. I'm gonna remove these two right here. That's better. Even for the block in, I need it to look good. So group all these things together. Let me turn back on the music so we can vibe to something. There you go. At least that's something to listen to. Okay, we got all those selected. Mesh, combine. Move this to the side. They're kind of floating right now. Let's just drop one on the floor to act like if no one's actually watching these monitors anymore. They've been dropped here a while ago. Let's start adding the block into screens. They're gonna be all kind of messy and stacked around. I kind of want to, in the reference that I gathered, I kind of want this janky stacked look when they're all like stacked together and things like that. Hold on, my camera turned off once again. Shut off. Shut that on. Alright. There you go. Back on. Turn that back on. Let's get more of these monitors in here. Yeah, I kind of want them stacked in almost like a tower sort of way, where it looks like, also to help along with the composition. If I have them all just like flat together, they're kind of boring, not very interesting. This is really a stereotypical motion graphics artist thing where they just have a bunch of old CRTs lined up with like this information. It's a really really stereotypical motion artist thing. Oops. Center pivot up. Let's get this going. Might be a little too small. I'm gonna scale it up just a bit. Drag out. Alright, now time to just place them and see how I can get these get these looking a little dynamic. Just chugging along. My PC right now is kind of lame. I mean, that goes for CGI reasons. Maybe even if for like the basic standard PC. Right now I'm running 32 gigabytes of RAM, a Ryzen Threadripper 1920X, 12 cores, and a 19 what the fuck 19 1060 GTX 1060 Nvidia. That's what I'm running. I'm gonna upgrade to the new 3090 if I even get a chance to cope one before they go away. So those are the specs I'm running right now. So surprisingly, Maya runs really well with that CPU I have. Ryzen doesn't really help a lot with multi-threaded stuff. Sorry, it does, but on Maya is not multi-threaded, which kind of sucks. ZBrush is though. Yeah, right now I'm just breaking down these TVs to make them look a lot more interesting. I kind of also want in a shot to display, I don't know what I want to display, but in each one of these monitors, another motion graphics kind of like joke. All of these somehow display a word being like blah 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 blah. I don't know why, I just feel like it should do that. I guess I'm only thinking that because I've seen it somewhere before. Who knows if it would even look good. That's why this is the whole testing out the whole composition is what I'm trying to do first before I even try modeling anything out. Let me get a camera in here and see what this is looking like. I really gotta clean up the hierarchy. That was another point one of my buddies told me. Let's get this camera in here. Okay, let's set the camera here to since I know everything's gonna be like 1920 1080 kind of status, I wanna set that to be the correct setting. Let's see, output, background color, black. Display options. Set that to black. It'll make it easier for us to visualize the actual screen chop of it. Yeah. Yeah. Get you friends that are always giving you shit about your artwork. That means you'll always be improving. So I kind of want this cool shot where, in one shot, once you cut away from the robot arms engineering the car, I want something to come in like this, and then kind of go showing the detail off of all the cool little tech things I model out for this section. I want a camera to be a little closer, displaying all the text and all the information about the car, kind of thing, being like, oh, horsepower, energy cell, I don't know, exhaust, things like that, clock speed, and all the other computer components. And you just have a shot like that. But if I go back to the entry shot that I want, I kind of want a cool, I don't want to block the car too much, but it's kind of like impossible, right? Yeah, because these are going to be over here too. I don't really know what I want from this. I'm gonna make something real quick. This might be a little dumb. Mesh, modify, curves. This one. Here we go. Let's draw out a curve to make it look like we have a bunch of wires and stuff coming out of the engine. Let's do another one over here. Let's do another one over here. one over here. I don't know where these are going. They're going places. I don't know. I don't really know what. Let's have a fat one come around the car. Play some interesting shapes. There's that. Let's have another duplicate run over here as if it was going to the other engine on the other side. So we have those measuring out like horsepower, other settings of a car. We want a lot of them, so I feel like we want the server HUD that I'm gonna add in here to be going more towards the console of the car. Real sloppy. Alright, let's grab all those curves and just quickly block out the tubes. Run a little script I have here. Uh-oh. It's actually not working. Let me get this working. Modify, 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 convert, nope. Window, window, window. Preferences, general editors, script editor. Is this Mel? Oh, actually it was working. It was just on the wrong window. Okay, so let's make these into some pipes real quick. Yeah, that's looking good. I like having those wires heading towards the computers. I know right now I'm modeling with the damn cutout, viewport cutout thing. I know it might be a little annoying for people. Let me just turn that off. There we go. Yeah, I kind of want this kind of a. I don't have it up anymore. Never mind. I was gonna show you exactly what I'm looking for these like server tops. Data transfer pipes. Slide to the left. Okay. I might be going a little too detailed on this blockout shape right now, but I just want to show that this server is a little messy and how the boards were assembled. Yeah, this script right now I have right now is by one of the people I actually get a lot of my scripts from is Wizix. Wizix makes a lot of good scripts for, in general, just everything. They kind of work for any situation you really need. Okay, so here's one server. I freaking hate selecting things sometimes in here. There you go. Oh, you know Wizix also? Yeah, he's great. He's having an art contest right now in his Discord. Why does he keep that's has the thing about having surfaces in Maya, you keep selecting them on accident. Yeah, so we got that. I didn't finish doing what I was doing here. So I want these servers right here to, I want this computer monitor to be bounced off by some weird tech thing right here. I don't know what it's gonna be. It's probably gonna be like a disk drive. So we have that there. This here. This will be bouncing from there. Pop that there, and so we have something going on for this side. Alright. I really gotta get the robot arm in here. If you guys don't know that, I kind of brought this up earlier. I'm gonna have a robot arm in one of the shots, kind of like the Westworld shot in the intro cinematic, where the robot arm is assembling whatever it's building. It's pretty neat. Sorry about that. I'm getting messages again. Get that in there. Okay. I don't really know what I don't know if I should have multiple keyboards, because again, that's like one of those things where why would there be multiple keyboards? Because then it's just dumb. Why not just separate the computers in general? That's another one of those dumb, it looks cool but doesn't make any sense kind of thing. So I'm just not going to do it. I keep hitting my hat on the microphone. Alright, so let me try getting this shot in here again. Right after I copy and paste these things. I'm just gonna see what it looks like when the other table's filled up with some just bullshit garbage on there. Alright, so right now I'm already not liking how I can't see the car. Maybe if I start, nope. I'm also not getting that punchy kind of angle I want to have this shot right here to have. Let's see here. I guess I could increase the focal range. Oops. I gotta fix my outliners. Alright, let's go to the attributes. Let me make sure this is in 1920 by 1080 4K. It is not. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of empty space too. This isn't working right now with the monitors in the way. It's looking pretty sus. Angle of view. Damn. How could I make this work? I can. Yeah, it would be near a pole. I'm just gonna have a bunch of wires running to this area right here. I'm gonna see what happens if I move these tables away a little. It kind of ruins the whole thing, the whole idea of me trying to do these monitors, actually monitoring the car. Yeah, this is one of those things I have to figure out before I even think about modeling again. I'm a bit off-center too. Let me zero out the rotations. This is not 145. Oh, we're in at 25. Whoa. 0. I don't know why this is doing this. Negative 270. Let's see here, 0. Instead of just midpoint and cars sort of far midpoint, I would bring the computers to be framed foreground element. Oh, so have them in the foreground. Yeah, I could do that, but right now it's kind of working out because I want the camera to start far away. Like, I want the camera to actually start far away so you could actually see the servers over here, but they would be in other shots. This is a hard one. Let me see. Because I am getting the effect I want to get. Like this. Alright. I think I figured it out. I think I just had to move the other one further away, but now they're just too far away and it doesn't make any sense why the computers would be so separated. I don't... Let me see. Like, if I was some sort of engineer, I wouldn't want my desks with all the important stuff I'm working on constantly to be far away. 270. 3. I could do that weird thing where the camera focal range changes depending on how far I'm going to the vehicle. I don't really know how to... I don't know if I could animate that right now though. Let me turn on AO. Let me do another thing. Leave that camera there. I'm gonna actually try to see if I could light some stuff up right now. Just try to get some sort of lighting in there. It'll probably crash, but if you don't try something new, you never learn. Alright. It's been so long. Lights. Spotlight. Spotlight. Lights on. Bah. Oops. Spotlight, shadows, light effects. I could add fog, intensity curve. Is there any way to change barn doors? Cone angle. Alright, so far I kind of like how the lighting is playing off of the actual car, but cubic. I know that these have. I know there's a way to make this actually a rectangle. Decay region. Oh, it's already a rectangle. Why is the light so tiny? I don't get why the light's so tiny though. Let me see if I remember how to do this. Is it an area light? A light effects? It's not an area light, because I'm not getting barn doors. I'm not getting the barn doors I'm looking for here. I'm trying to get like that actual like fluorescent LED kind of rectangle barn door effect going on. I know I've done it before. I did it for the dormant blocking. Spotlight. Inner cubic quadric. Okay. Yeah, it's giving me barn doors. Huh. I might have to just give up on the lighting part and just figure it out without lighting. I don't know. That might steer me off to the wrong course though. I feel like if I don't set the lighting, or what at least what I want the lighting to look like now, every shot's not gonna work. Oh yeah, the stream's gonna end soon. Oh man. I guess I won't be able. I guess I would have to figure this out for the next time. But yeah, I just can't find it. Let me check something. Yeah, because I had it. Hold on, peeps. I gotta. Let's see here. Let me just pull up my dormant cinematic. I had it for this shot inside the. Let me see. Yeah, see. Oh, they are area lights. Oh man, I feel dumb. How do I get a barn door on these though? There's also a shot where I want the character, the character that actually drives this vehicle, to come walking from just some door. You won't actually see the character walking towards the door. You won't actually see the character completely in any shot, but I want to see him walk. Like, say he's like over here. I think this is a really cool shot. Say he's over here, and then on the shoulder you could see him walking towards the vehicle. And another cool thing, another feature that I want is the way he like turns on the car. You know, on the like nowadays we have little keys that you don't actually turn the key anymore. I want the key for the car to be the watch he has on, and on that watch, so I guess I'm only gonna have to need a hand, like an actual character, a hand. That's all I need. But on the actual watch, I want it to have the ignition. Like, if I hope you guys can see my. Let me show you my camera. Okay, so on the watch, I want him to, when he ignite the car, while he's walking, we get a shot of his arm, right? His arm right here by his shoulder, walking like how you normally would, and it would cut to a closer shot of his hand with the watch on, and from far away you could see him twist his hand, like twist it in a gesture that's like igniting a car, like your keys. But he would just do it like while he's walking. He'll be like walk, 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 and then go vroom, like he'll be, and it'll ignite the car, and you can see it turning on from far away. The only reason I'm kind of battling that idea is because I want to get a shot of the car starting up within the pistons of the engine. With that GIF I brought up in my reference images, I want to be able to get a shot. Let's see here. Let me Google this up. I want to be able to get a shot of this thing starting up, the engine inside the actual car. So when the character goes vroom, either I cut directly to the engine, or I get the shot of the lights in the back turning on, but the engine doesn't necessarily start. So it's gonna be vroom, and then you just see cylinders in slow motion go, and it just goes faster, and then you hear that iconic Bladerunner vroom kind of cool effect. So that's what I'm looking on doing. So I'm gonna have that character come up walking out from like either a door or something like that. But that's gonna have to be for next time. I'm gonna end the stream now, everyone. Thanks for watching by, and thanks to my friends for sticking around and helping me feel a lot more confident while streaming. You guys are pretty cool. There was no real trolls here. They're all my buddies, everyone. So thanks everyone for watching again, and just mute the music and just read the last of the chats. These streams will be up around 7 p.m. every other day if you guys want to continue joining me on this like progress I've been making. That'd be great. You guys actually watching me actually gets me to get progress on this, and it makes me judge my every action I do more detailed. I won't be making dumb decisions just because I think they're good, but if I have someone else watching, I'm thinking about what does the audience think, not what do I think looks cool. I want to know what other people think looks cool, and just to see if I was the other guy, I'm not making art for myself, I'm making art for an audience. Kind of what I'm trying to do. But let me see, reading the comments. Good stuff, my guy. Thanks for the stream. Not Alec, that's my buddy Alec. A cool thing, guys, later on in these streams I'm gonna have guests, so we could have a cool 3D industry kind of guys just talking about the industry. I'm gonna have Alec, the guy who works for, he's my roommate, he works for Sony Santa Monica. He's a character artist, so we could get some sculpting if you guys are interested in that. We could have him. We got my girlfriend, she's also a character artist, she's working at Insomniac. And my other roommate Alex, which is the one that I brought up earlier, he works at Naughty Dog. So I'm gonna have them on a certain, we could have like maybe on the weekends, maybe on Fridays specifically, we could have them over. We could talk about 3D stuff, answer questions if you guys want to do that, in a more casual, just working on our stuff, our personal projects kind of thing. I know Alec, he's working on a cool creature of his own, so if you guys want to catch that, he'll be doing that. Alec, if you want to drop your art station, they could see the kind of work you do, so they'll be more interested in seeing that kind of stuff. Either way, thanks everyone for following, and I'm gonna try to keep these streams going and actually have a schedule. Um, so yeah, if you guys are interested in the group stream, it could be one of those things where one guy pops in and another guy pops in. You can see each other's screen. Maybe every 15 seconds, it's either the guest screen or my screen, and that'd be great. And yeah, here we go. We have Alec right here. So this might be my first guest because he actually has a setup in his room, so it'll help with audio. He makes some cool stuff, like he made this guy, and it's all ZBrush and things like that. If you're interested in stuff like the way he sculpts, that's pretty cool. I don't know much about ZBrush, so you can just talk about that kind of stuff. And that's pretty much it. And I'll see everyone later. My camera died again, but that's all fine because the stream's over. Alright. See you guys next time.